Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Hey all, Ryan here from Planet J Lapidary, and I am on the western shore of Lake Michigan once again. The difference today is that it is 46 degrees, but it is super calm, so I think it's going to be a sweet hunt today. It's just really peaceful, and let's get into it. Like I said, super calm. Probably the calmest I've ever seen it here. Alright, let's go. So about the first 20 feet here, found these 3 stromatoporoids. This one's got some cool kind of staining, black staining on there. And just a little chunk of one, a little dark one. And then a really calcite-y one here, I think it is. They get really gritty like that. I think it's calcite that includes in there, maybe sandstone. Alright, let's find some more. I think it's going to be a good hunt. Just walking along, and there's this right here. Just a huge piece of gneiss, I think. I just like the stripes. There's a lot of big rocks on this beach. That's about the only piece I've seen like that. So that's cool. Right, onward. So a couple more feet, a couple more stromats. This one's got some really cool pockets in there. Look at that. Then it's got like, goes all the way around like that. And then it's got like algae included right there. That's a sweet little piece. Hopefully that one tumbles and that those lines come out. And then just another little dusky one, maybe a little cherty, but a lot of them are just right on the edge here. You know, there's a nice layer of rocks right at the edge of the water. Waves aren't coming up too high, so I'm sure we'll find a lot more good stuff. So let's keep going. So a couple of finds here on the way. Big piece of Favicites, little pocket in there all the way through. Really cool big piece. Then this piece of kind of, I don't know, quartzy, limonite-y, mudstone-y, basalty something. So I'm going to probably take that and cut it. It's probably got some pretty sweet inside in there. Cut it right in half that way maybe. Alright, let's find some more. Alright, so it's getting a little sandier. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's definitely a stromat right there. Oh, actually, that's a big horn coral right there. The end of that. And then some other kind of crazy pocket on that side. That's a pretty sweet piece. Probably really good for a freeform piece. Look at that face. Yeah. Let's find some more like that. Look at that horn. Alright, let's keep going. I thought this was cool. I was just walking and that thing's just sticking in there. I haven't even pulled it out yet. Ooh, that's a cool looking one. Let's get it wet. Yep, definitely a stromat. Definitely a really cool one. Oh, it's got a stump, bunch of layers, some mudstone, some patterning. Sweet. Just sticking in the sand. Just to show you guys, some of the spots are really good like this, where the water just comes up, gets everything wet. So just in this one little spot, you can see there's a stromat right there. And then I saw something over here too. Yeah, right there. A really big included piece. So I'm gonna grab both of those. Oh, look at that thing. That has really got a pocket going through it. That might be a cutter. And then that's just a very muddy stromat. Kind of hard to tell, but 2 nice little finds. I like that pocket a lot. I like cutting those to see how clear it is inside there. Alright, let's find some more. I just found this thing. It's got some cool pockets in there. I'm not sure if that's agate stuff starting to happen. The skin is just really weird, and there's a bunch of quartz coming through there and there. Mudstone there. I don't know, I might have to take this thing just to cut it and see if any of that is inside of there, because that stuff looks a little agate to me, but might not be. I think we'll try it. Alright, onward. I just found this thing. Wish I had a little bit more light, but there's just a lot of craziness going on in here. A lot of included fossil. I see some algae there. Some host. Look at that, that's crazy. I'm definitely cutting this thing, seeing what's on the inside. That is gonna look really cool on that. Alright, let's keep going. So I just found this guy. I feel like this thing is awesome. It's just got quartz and like even some calcite stuff going on, like right there. I'm sure the brown is like mudstone or maybe chert, but it's just going all the way throughout this thing. It's really not that thick, so I'm definitely gonna take this and cut it. Like this black and white contrast is my favorite, and I don't find too many that are good enough to cut, so definitely coming home. All right, let's keep going. All right, so I see something right there. I didn't dig it out yet, but I will grab it. Looks like a nice, actually maybe a little algae colony with something else going on at top there. Dandy stuff, craziness. Pretty cool, kind of like a multi-fossil again. Maybe some Favicites there. That could be Favicites too, I guess. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know. Really cool though. Alright, let's find some more. Found this sweet thing. Try to get some light on it. Look at that pocket in there. I'll blow it out. Look at that inclusion. That is sweet. Don't know if there's anything else going on in it, but I'm gonna add it to my little pocket collection for sure. That pocket goes deep. Yeah, let's get it. Finds one of those nice contrasting mudstones. First little chain of the day. And another nice little layered stromat for the tumbler. All in all, a good hunt today so far. Beautiful day too. Alright, let's keep going. I just found this. Just a really cool piece of chain on the top with some mudstone in there. And then it's got a colony of algae growing on the bottom of it. Maybe it's a stromat. It's got a weird eye right there. Really crazy piece. And then I just looked down right here. And that was definitely a stromat too. I haven't looked at it yet, so I will grab it. Oh, look at that beast. Oh, that is a good one. That is a polished one for sure. A couple pits in the top, maybe a gastropod indentation there. Awesome. Two really cool finds right in one little spot. All right, let's get a couple more like that. On this guy, kind of looks like just solid chert, but it's got all sorts of weird pockets, and there's a big inclusion there, some red. You know, on the sides here, some wispiness. Cherty right there for sure. Fracture right there. I don't know, that one's tough. I might keep that to cut it, I might not. I might just fracture apart. But cool nonetheless. Alright, let's keep going. A couple more things here. This monster piece of Favicites. All the way around, you can see the side views. A couple different materials. Really, really good piece of Favicites. Look at all those vesicles. And then one quartz bomb. I just got to grab a couple quartz bombs to throw in the tumbler. So I am nearing the end of my beach here. I didn't have a ton of time to hunt today. If I find anything, I will show you. Otherwise, I will let you know when we turn around and walk the dry rocks on the way back. Right, so I am near the end of my beach. I did find a couple cool things. This big strow mat with all the mudstone contrast in there. Look at the bottom. All those rings of mudstone in there. That is so sweet. So a really, really good one. That's a polisher for sure. Then I found a chunk of chert, which I usually don't even take a second. Oh, sorry. So I don't even take a second look at, but this one is just really cool. It's just got all different eyes and swirls. So I'm gonna actually keep that one and try to just make palm stone out of it. And then the last one, it's another just contrasting mudstone strow mat. Maybe some agate stuff going on in there. Probably not though. But I just like that contrast again, that dark and light. So I'm gonna walk the dry rocks on the way back. If I find anything amazing, I'll show you. Otherwise, we'll see you at the car. Okay guys, so I had to stop. I didn't get it wet yet, but look at this. Look at how purple it is. This is definitely a piece of amethyst. One of the very few I've ever found here. Oh my God, look at that. That is sweet. Big chunk too. Awesome. All right, let's head to the car. All right, so we made it back to the car. As you can see, it warmed up a little bit. I had to shed some layers, but as usual, we'll head home. We'll get everything cleaned up and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so I'm home. I got everything cleaned up. All in all, a really awesome hunt. So let's get right into it. First with the stromatoporoids, we got this guy. This thing is gonna be awesome. Look at those circular patterns in there. I'm gonna shave that down. Look at how thick those bands are. Like there might even be some agate stuff going on in there, but I'm gonna shine that thing up and it is gonna look awesome. Look at that. So definitely the best find of the day, I think, other than the very last find of the day, which you'll see in a minute. Then we had this super nice strow mat. Really, really good one for polishing again. All those bands will come through. Then leave that top skin and that little button in there. Then we had that really weird one. It might even be like a brush-heated shirt or something. It's really weird on this side. And it's got some stuff coming through. And then it's got algae all in it on this side and in the bottom. Really cool piece. And then I grabbed 3 just for the tumbler, just ones that didn't have a lot of cracks. And then I got this one, which that middle portion right there is translucent. You can see all the way through it. So I think I'm gonna try to get some slabs out of this thing. That'll be a cool contrast in there as long as that mudstone's not too soft. But another really cool find. Then on to the fossils, we got the monster Favicites. This is such a good piece. You can see all the horizontal on there, just the patterning all the way around. Then you got a little bit of a calcite or, you know, soft quartzy pocket, but you can just see all the vesicles in there. A really good piece, probably one of the better pieces I've ever found. Then we got that really weird multi-fossil that has some like stromat in there, maybe some wispy stuff going on. And then these dots, which I'm guessing is algae right there. But then I'm kind of seeing some tubes in there, or maybe that's just wispiness. I don't know, hard to tell. Really cool piece nonetheless. Then we had this guy, which kind of is a little churty, but then right on the top here is just a full horn. You know, the whole thing top to bottom right there. So that's really cool find. Maybe see if I can, yeah, I don't know. I might even try to cut that off of there and shine that up. Then we got this tiny little chain that I found on the way to the car. It's just a perfect one. Like you can just see the tubes perfectly on there. So I kept that little guy for a little necklace or something. Another piece of Favicites, a really good one where you can see a lot of the vesicles all the way through. A few different materials in there. So kind of cool. It's already got a bottom on it. So, you know, might be a good one to oil up maybe. Clean it up a little bit, oil it up. Then I got this one, which was just a big colony of chain all the way through. And then on the other side, you got big algae plume. So that's really cool. So it was probably growing like this actually, and the chains were on the bottom and then the algae settled on top. But really, really cool piece. Gonna try to shine that up for sure and make that a free form. Maybe standing up just like that. And that's the fossils. So then we got this big guy that I said I would definitely keep because I don't find that contrast a lot. So I'm glad I kept it. This is gonna be some awesome, awesome, awesome slabs, awesome cabs out of this thing. Then I got this piece, which I'm pretty sure is a big chunk of smoky quartz. It is translucent all the way through, so that dark in there isn't basalt or anything. So it's got a very, very gray color to it, little limonite there, but I'm pretty sure that's just a huge chunk of smoky, which is awesome because I've never really found that big a piece of smoky before. Then we got our other quartz bomb for the tumbler, and another one I grabbed for the tumbler. This one had a big fracture though, so I might cut it in half and then throw it in the tumbler, you know, just to see what's in there anyways. I like this stuff that's got the red and yellow and clear. Then we got that piece of chert, and I don't generally bring chert home because it's chert, but this piece is just crazy. It's got lots of stuff going on. It does have some translucence on this side. You can see where those yellow streaks are going through. So I think I'm gonna cut this thing right down the middle. And the inside of this is probably gonna be awesome. So stay tuned for that video. Then we got this guy. I did bring it home. This was that other piece of chert. You can tell it's chert here, definitely by that fracture right there. But I'm just thinking that maybe there's some cool red cross patterns in there. You can kind of see right there. There is a red pocket in the top of it there, some quartzy stuff there. So another one I'm gonna cut probably right down the middle here, this way, and see if we can get a good cab out of it. This guy you didn't see, found it on the way to the car. I think it's probably just a really, really beach-worn pudding stone, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't really find pudding stones. But the matrix on this definitely feels quartzy. You know, it looks waxy when it's dry, so I'm thinking pudding stone. I don't know if you know for sure. Leave it in the comments. Then we got another stone that I love, those mudstone with the contrasting lines, so that'll make good slabs. Good cutting video again. Stay tuned for that one for sure. This one I kept. Now that I see the sheen of it, I think it's maybe just granity with some basalt and stuff in there. But nonetheless, I'm gonna cut this thing in half and see what the middle looks like, just to see if it looks really cool in there, and just to experiment and see what it actually is. Then we got a couple with the pockets. Blow them out here. So this one with the big druzy pocket in there, I just love those. This one with an even bigger pocket that kind of goes all the way into this thing. Really sweet. Found that on the way to the car, I think, too. This guy with another just huge pocket in there. Probably gonna cut this thing right down the middle this way, actually. See what's in there. If this whole thing is clear on the inside, that would be sweet. This crazy thing I found on the way to the car. It's like rhyolite, then something else, then basalt, then something else. It's just like a weird shape, so I grabbed it. I had to bring it home. And then last but definitely not least was the last find of the day, and it is this awesome piece of amethyst. Look at that. I definitely don't find a lot of this, you know, on my rock hunts on Lake Michigan. It's hard to see this color for me for some reason, but this is definitely the nicest piece of amethyst I've found, at least on, you know, gotten from Lake Michigan for sure. So, all right, that'll do it for this one. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.